shit still holds true. That shit still holds value to this day. So I used a lot of what I learned in multi-level marketing. I use it when I meet girls in the marketplace, and I use it also when I connect with people about anything that I want or need. But in this case, I walked up, I asked for the person who's the manager, or who would be the decision maker when it comes to running ads or advertising. Who would I talk to? And she pointed me to a girl that walked out, and I just said, hey, I was just driving by, and I finished the call recently, and I couldn't help but notice your company, so I thought I'd stop by and ask, have you ever considered running Google search ads? And she started giving me the spiel, this is more of a big company, Arizona is where the main franchise is, etc. So I said, a lot of times companies like, pretty much I said no. But the point of me communicating that is first of all, I got to get better with just communicating the message, knowing what is it that I'm communicating. But the lesson that I learned from multi-level marketing is there's so much power in doing, like, meeting people, or like in this case, I wanted to talk to somebody about business, about potentially providing service for their company. It's so much easier to do that when you're doing something, right? Like if I were at home just hanging out and I said, I want to talk to somebody and let people know that I could help them with Google search ads, I could have done it, but the pressure is just a different type of vibe when I actively go out, like on purpose, and try to talk to somebody. It's like I force it. Whereas in this case, I was already out. I'm not doing anything out of my way. Like I'm genuinely out. I'm genuinely out. I'm genuinely out here, and I seen an opportunity and I struck. So this little lesson could take you far with everything, right? When it comes to meeting girls in the marketplace, whether it's for fucking, if it's for business, if you're meeting people in the marketplace to connect in business and you want to build a network, or you're trying to get a potential client or customer. I think the most powerful way, and it's a sleeper, but the most powerful way to get the respect, or not, that's the wrong word, the most powerful way to capture that attention and communicate communicate that message most effectively without friction. That's what I want to say. So communicate that message most effectively without friction. The best way, in my opinion, to do that is when you're doing something, right? So because your mind is not like I just can't, especially if you're doing something genuine. Look at that fucking Ford. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the wheels, I would change the wheels a little bit, but that's an older model. But if you would have seen the side, you'd be like, man, that's clean. That's a little Ford Ranger, clean too. It's a work truck, but yeah. So with that, just be thoughtful of I forgot what I was saying, but yeah. That Ford distracted me. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy as fuck. It's only 10 o'clock. Okay, so I started today, my day like around 8. But the whole point of me saying that is yeah, man, like I started my day way early. Usually I'm not even out the house yet. But just like I said last week, Mondays, I think they found a hack. Like we can make sure we got Mondays early taken care of. If this fuck boy, they got me set up right. Well, for them. Cause now every Monday I've been getting calls early. But I ain't complaining. In this truck, oh, I don't know what I've been waiting for. Man, I could have hopped in one of these better trucks over the weekend, at least over the weekend. Any time before. I should have did that at least over the weekends. I ain't know. Hard to drive my truck, my regular personal vehicle, after being in this. I remember when I used to drive Tim's Beast. Oh, Tim's a driver. He had a fucking Chevy. I don't know what it was either. I don't know what brand, like what the model was. Chevy some shit, but it was old school. But every time I drive that, I had that for a couple nights. I used to drive that over the weekend sometimes. Man, I'd get in my truck and I'd sink the clutch. I barely tapped the clutch, but it felt like I was like pressing my foot through the floorboard. It felt like that because I was fucking stepping on it was actually, how many gears? I don't know. Not 10. It was 5. I don't say 5. Anyway, 5 or 6, 5. But anyway, yeah, man. I'd fucking drive that bitch. It was fun. That was a fun day. I remember hopping out of that. That was fun. Once you get that bitch going too, and once you learn how to float the gears, it's over. It's real fun. Once you get the cadence. You have to like. I ain't driving. It's been a while since I drove. But I used to have the rhythm. There was a little rhythm that you have to follow. I had to watch Tim do it, like drive, so I could catch it. Cause before I would just do my try to shift like normal shit. It was horrible, man. I was fucking all over the bit. It was just not. It didn't seem like it's supposed to be that way. Until your boy found out about the floating, and then I just had issues doing it from I think it was like from second to third. But what it was is I wasn't really finding that spot. All right, first thing first, roll up a squeezy. Second thing first, I'm going to light that spleezy. And then while I'm doing all that, I'm hopping in the shower.
This bitch so big, you don't have to clean shit. You can leave everything laying around. Put the car in there without an issue. Leave everything. Even though I'm not a big fan of the... Like, I'd rather be mobile, agile, than massive. But I still fuck with it. It's starting to seem smaller the more I drive it, you know what I'm saying? It don't seem as big as I make it seem. The more I get used to it. But yeah, it's been a good day. I gotta call this guy too, Drew, by his houses. If he's doing advertising, I took a picture of it. So I'm actually gonna call that corporate location, and I'm gonna just communicate for the sake of a rejection and see what the rebuttal is, or what the hiccup, or what's the excuse. Because if I get that excuse often, or if I start catching that excuse just by hearing it a couple of times, if I don't if I don't solidify them as a client, then I'll at least learn. I'll learn from them. One more rebuttal or one more bullshit lie that a customer is gonna give, right? So it's like when you talk to a lot of girls, you start realizing, oh, she ain't gonna call me back. You know what I'm saying? You heard a specific phrase too many times. They're like, bitch, just say the truth, bitch. I'll be okay, I promise. Just don't fucking stop capping. But on the flip side, you learn a lot too. Anyway, the same thing with, I forgot my point again. I be forgetting my point a lot lately. I've been having to note everything. My mind's been telling me no. But my body said, hell no. Not that one. Let that bitch go. Let that one go. She weigh way too much. She about 80 too much over. So my little tip for the new driver would be make sure that this, if you drive a tow truck, and you pay attention to the snatch block, this right here. Always make sure that it's tight enough. I don't think it has to be crazy tight, but at least enough. It's not loose. You know what I'm saying? That's important to pay attention to. Other stuff too, but that's one of them. Alright. I'm gonna sit on the seat real quick. I'm gonna sit on the seater. You seen all right? Live. You saw that right. Live. Here. All right, peace.